Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets. And you, my friends, you need a Ubisoft update video for the shares, obviously. So this is my Steam here. You can see Assassin's Creed Shadows. So I bought it actually yesterday and I'm waiting for the release. So it's in around about 10 hours from now on of this video. So, and here I see 68 friends that have also Assassin's Creed Shadows on their wish list. All right, let's go a little bit to some data we have and then to the chart. So top selling games, obviously, I mean, that's nothing special. This was to be expected, obviously, that Assassin's Creed Shadows will be the number one selling game right now, especially after the Metacritics, after the reviews were coming in. So we have a bunch of interesting critics. So I would say also here more or less as expected. So 81, that's not too bad. You have some, yeah. Most actually of the critics are around the 80 mark. I think that's pretty nice because it shows me, so it's a decent Assassin's Creed, and people say it's a bit like Odyssey, it's a little bit like Valhalla, like Origins. Everything I saw for now actually I like even more than I thought I would like. So let's put it like this. All right, guys, so this is obviously, yeah, this is today the chart. So as it happened all as I imagined. It happened all as I imagined it. So the phase, we are closing actually this phase here with a sell the event situation. So yesterday the reviews after close, the embargo has been lifted. What happens? We are 1260 now. What happens? We were selling basically to the lowest point of 8% down. So that's not too bad actually for such a stock that has such a low volatility in trading in general. So now I don't see the volatility here directly. So therefore it's actually not too bad. So well, as I always said, so for example, I have an order now at 9 euros. When I would just imagine that the stock goes even further down, then I would buy more shares at 9 euros. And then I would hope for my different theses to play out. Sorry, my friends, my voice just had a workout. And then, yeah, sometimes you are like this. Then. All right, so yeah, here everything is as we expected. So we had a little run up to, yeah, you don't really see the run up so small, but we had a very small run up here up to the final release, up to the final reviews. And yeah, more or less here. So we're coming back and we lost like 8, now 5 to 8%. That's all of this is good. So I would even expect that we go down to the 9 euros. Is it going to happen? Obviously, I have no crystal ball. I can't tell you. So my average price is around 15 something, 15, 16 euros. I have to look again. This means at the moment I am in the minus. So it's a bet where I'm in the minus. So this would mean if I would now get like, if there would be an acquisition now for the price we have now, then I would lose money. So then my bet obviously was not working out. So I hope I'm not losing everything I have invested in Ubisoft, everything that I have in the trade. But yeah, therefore I'm saying it is a high risk bet, guys. It is a high risk bet. And I mean, even if a chart looks like terrible like this. Chart looks like terrible like this. You think like there's so much negativity in it. So even then, it's a high risk bet because the big investors, a lot of those big institutional investors, they put a lot of hope into Assassin's Creed Shadows, that this game is going to be a success. Reviews are fine. Now the question is, are people going to buy it? At the moment, it's one of the top selling games. Means nothing. Obviously, you have to sell a lot of copies. And in the end, probably the game is not selling enough copies. It's underperforming. So what I think is more likely than it's overperforming. In this case, Ubisoft is in a limbo situation. The company did not really overperform with Assassin's Creed, did not really underperform. So probably then we just move sideways, and then the Guillemot family would come, take out the IP, the franchises, put them in an extra entity, and leaves us shareholders empty hands alone. So this is the worst case for me. This is the worst case. The best case is actually someone comes and says like, okay, I'm paying like 20, 30 euros the shares for one share. And then obviously this would be a nice arbitrage business. So this is one of my primary theses that I would like. And the worst thesis, obviously, it goes bankrupt and you lose all your money. So, but now the new thesis with the special entity that I made already a video about, so that's actually a risk, or that's a new thesis that puts more strain, more risk on Ubisoft for shareholders. So I think this could have impacted, as I told you already in the other video, I think this has impacted a little bit the sell-off that we are seeing here right now. So one time down to the 12.28 and then again here. So probably a lot of people just thought like, okay, I made a quick buck. So let's say I made like 20% into the reviews. So the reviews are good and now I'm selling it. I'm out of it because now I don't want to be part of the entity hypothesis. I don't want to be part of what comes now, the financial engineering, the company law engineering, the Guillemot family creates extra companies, extra holdings, and puts the franchises there, is sharing them, for example, the management with Tencent, but then Ubisoft shareholders, where are we in this situation? So you see, I'm totally aware about the high risk of this bet, because that's important. You have to be aware that something can go wrong. And therefore, I'm very reluctant actually at this point in time to buy some more. So I was not buying anything more now on the way up. I was like, I think the last time I bought was around about the 11 euros. And if we are now falling under the 11, under the 10 to the 9 euros, so I actually think about purchasing some more. But I think with more or less with the, or let's put it like this. It's already positive that Assassin's Creed Shadow is a decent game. That's already positive. So people seem to like it now. I guess a lot of players going to like it. So there was a lot of negativity. Now the question is, can they actually also announce some other games, some new games, and can they find a new game that's a bit like Rainbow Six Siege? So this would be like the masterpiece for the stock to go up again in a normal way without acquisitions, without IP transfer, without financial engineering. So therefore, all of this is very tricky right now, guys. And I fully understand, I have some fellow gaming investors, I fully understand if you would say now, so, oh my God, I'm not touching this stock. And I know also a lot of people want to see me fail now in this trade. Hey, that's fine for me, guys. So always only invest what you're willing or what you can afford to lose. I mean, you don't want to lose money. You want to make money, but you can. The thing is, you can afford to lose money. So that's very important. If a bet like this is not going in your direction because you were miscalculating some probabilities of the worst case, for example, the probability, then you always have to keep in mind to not invest too much into it. So yeah, all of this are a little bit my reflections right now after we have seen this sloppy day. I don't like it, guys. Obviously, I'm not happy about this. So I would love now to get the news. The game is amazing. It's the best game ever. And the stock goes then to 15 euros, then to 20 euros, 25 euros, 30 euros. And I would love that then maybe someone comes and wants to acquire Ubisoft for like 50 euros a share, because then I would have made like 200%, 3 times my money. So 200%. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? That's the big question. So Reuters says, for example, Ubisoft faces make or break moment with Assassin's Creed. Bloomberg, creator Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed creator Ubisoft is set to seek gaming backers. So all of this, so big news. But we all know the hypothesis. We all know them. We are totally aware what's can happen. So, and I guess the buyout, the acquisition, for a higher price we have right now is like the best case scenario for a lot of those more activist investors, if I want to call myself now an activist investor. Hey, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a YouTuber, a retail investor with a YouTube channel, and I enjoy talking about stocks, about my investments. And I hope no one of you bought Ubisoft just for the reason that you saw it in my video. So with all the negativity actually I get for this Ubisoft trade, I doubt that you did actually. Alright guys, with this I would say I'm leaving it here. So if you're looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadows, so watch some trailers, some reviews, there's some good stuff out there on this channel, in this video. We discussed the shares, the companies, and yeah, there's no positive PE ratio, no dividend yield, so you are just having a big bet running, guys. So is it working? Is it not working? I think we're going to find out in the next week's month, maybe. We're going to find out. So, but the sideways bet, obviously, with the market, yeah, with a lot of other market opportunities, the sideways hypothesis is pretty much a negative one. If you have all those lost opportunities, if you count them in your investment thesis, so that's also something you have to keep in mind. So sometimes it's just better to buy an iShare, but not an iShares, but buy an index fund. An MSCI World Index Fund or S&P 500. Sometimes it's just better to do this, but sometimes it's also nice to have a little bet running because it's just enjoyable. So you see, I'm at the moment, so I'm open to everything that happens. Not selling right now, even thinking about acquiring more shares, getting more shares, but I'm looking very cautiously to the future. So let's put it like this. All right, guys, thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.